having a baby who's hungry really often is not always a sign of a low milk supply. Sometimes it's a sign of a perfectly adequate milk supply with normal newborn cluster feeding, and sometimes it's actually a sign of oversupply. And I know that sounds like a paradox, so let me explain. It's not that we necessarily have different kinds of milk, but the nutritional composition of the milk changes throughout a feeding. So when the breasts are really full, that milk is going to be higher in water content, lactose, and then the milk that comes out when the breasts are closer to empty, they're never fully empty, but when they're closer to empty, that milk is going to have higher fat content and be higher in calories, and it's going to be a little bit more satisfying to baby. So what happens is if you have tons and tons of milk and baby's just kind of taking off the top of each side, then they're never really getting to that fattier, more calorie dense milk. So some things that go hand in hand with this are infant fussiness, gassiness, having lots of wet diapers but poor weight gain, explosive poops, green frothy poops, and symptoms for mom, frequent engorgement, maybe ductal narrowing, which was previously referred to as plug ducts, mastitis. So, everybody's always worried about not having enough milk, but an oversupply can be just as much of a problem for different reasons. So if any of this sounds familiar, reach out to a Nest Collaborative IBCLC. We'll help you troubleshoot it and figure out how to get your baby to stay full for longer.